buzzer took a monkey for a ride in the air. The monkey thought that everything was on a square. The buzzer tried to throw the monkey off his back, but the monkey grabbed his neck and said, now listen, Jack. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and stay right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. Ain't no use in diving. What's the use in jiving? Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. The buzzer told the monkey, you are choking me. Release your hold and I will set you free. The monkey looked the buzzard right dead in the eye and said, your story's so touching, but it sounds just like a lie. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and stay right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top.
We are here in these pandemic times online, listening to the promos of the Jaffa Jazz Festival, because today's event is about jazz. It's a musical cafe online, and as you can see, outdoor here in Israel. Actually, these times outdoor is a perfect place for having culture, for doing culture. Actually, in Israel, outdoor in winter times is warmer than indoor. I've never suffered so much in my life of lack of warmth than in Israel, because here the heating system is not so proper than we are used to. So outdoor is a perfect place for being now in Israel. Okay, so here we are in this very special event together with our guests, קימלמן, the organizer, the curator, the founder of Jaffa Jazz Festival, the international festival, where the Romanian Cultural Institute participates usually. Unfortunately, this year it couldn't happen. Hi, Amicam, how are you?
I'm very fine, and I'm very Mashlomi, בסדר גמור. I'm very emotional about this event, because I have two dear friends from Romania, great musicians with us, and it's an honor and pleasure and excitement, and brings back great moments that we share together. So I can feel only great out of this. Just, yeah.
Right. We have two guests from Romania. Actually, one is from Romania and one is from Holland, but two Romanian musicians. They participated to the last two editions of the Jaffa Jazz Festival. In 2018, our common guest was Cătălin Milea. Hi, Cătălin, how are you?
Hello.
Welcome. He had a great performance back in 2018 in Jaffa Jazz. He's a famous saxophonist and a great musician. He's joining us from Bucharest, and another very special guest, Marius Preda from Holland, a Romanian musician, very well known for his cymbalom, his preferred instrument, but actually he's playing on several instruments. He is something that is called home orchestra. He can play on whatever he can find. I think if I give you a glass and a fork, you will make a concert out of it. I know Marius since he made an extraordinary concert in Thessaloniki in Greece in my previous post, and last year he had actually two. In 2019, he came twice to Israel for a great tour, Mission Cymbalom tour, and for the Jaffa Jazz Festival as well. Okay, so Amicam, I want to ask you first, how about Jaffa Jazz Festival in 2020? What happened? What happens? What will happen?
Well, what will happen, we don't know. I just know what either happened or didn't happen. I mean, we were planning on festival in September, and then September became impossible. So we postponed it to October, and it was still impossible. So we postponed it to November. Here we are. And it's still impossible, so we postponed it to December. We'll do it anyway, but this year the plan is due to the all the obstacles and I mean the impossibility of having here guests from overseas. So the plan is to do an Israeli version, only made out of Israelis. Whenever we can do it, because it's important, it's a statement to continue to do, just to do for the sake of doing. And of course, since we have great musicians here in Israel, and all of them either took part in the festival or wanted to take part or was planned to do the festival as originally planned. So we created a program, and the program is just waiting. The only thing we need to do is to press the button. The moment we get permission, I mean, all the auditoriums and halls are closed, so that we cannot do anything as of now. But we are ready. Whenever we know that it's possible, we need a month for preparation, and we are on for the Israeli version. The plan, you know, that the festival each year, I mean, there is a lot. I don't know if you want me to talk about festival. I can talk for hours, you know, but the main idea of the festival is to bring musicians from around the world, bring them together, and also not only together among themselves, but to do a whole mix of Israelis and musicians from overseas. So when they come here, they rehearse and they create programs programs, and each year we have a theme. When Catalin was at the festival in 2018, it was like pop and rock singers and bands. When Marius was last year, it was film music. This year, the plan was to do tributes to musicals, great musicals, you know, from West Side Story on the one hand, Israeli musicals, Sound of Music, musical like this, and we were planning on continuing. As a matter of fact, we invited a Romanian great trumpet player, a friend of mine and of ours, Emil Bizga, who was supposed to be the guest for this year, but you know, circumstances are stronger. So the main idea will stay. We'll do musicals. We'll do tributes to musicals, but based on Israeli musicians. Hopefully it will be next month or 2 months, we'll see. And then next year, probably we'll start all over again and do it as we are used to. That's the idea. But no festival, no live streaming. I'm against. It should be live. People should come here, stay together, and have fun.
We will see later on some features from the previous editions with our two guests. But now I would like to show some features of Amikam's work. Can you tell us about your hit song with the Tel Aviv Jazz Orchestra, Say It, right, in Tel Aviv Jazz Festival? Did you arranged, and you were the music director of that concert, right? And in the meantime, I'm Andrea to prepare it.
Yeah, but I can tell you that I'm the musical director of this orchestra for the last 20 years. Exactly 20 years since I've been working with the orchestra, and I direct it, and I write the arrangements, and I initiate all sorts of concerts, and one of the main things that I do, and I love doing it, is to take pop singers, Israeli pop singers, and bring them, make them sing their songs with a very jazzy orchestra. And this piece is a very a big, huge hit song of one of the top rock pop stars. His name is Rami Kleinstein. And we did a concert at the Tel Aviv Jazz Festival. I mean, this is like 15 years ago, something like this. And that's the song. I mean, in order to understand, you should, maybe people would like to put the original version, because the original version and this is completely different. So, you know, it's a pleasure for me to have it played. It's a great performance, and a great singer, and the orchestra is burning. So just enjoy this.
Just let's listen to it.
היססתי יותר מדי, עכשיו זה נכון, כאן המקום לומר את זה ודי. כל ההזדמנויות ההן, היססתי יותר מדי, הזמן הוא כעת, זמן לא מעט לו, בלעדייך אני תגיד את זה, תגיד את זה, תגיד את זה כבר, תגיד את זה, תגיד את זה כבר, תגיד את זה, תגיד את זה, תגיד את זה כבר, תגיד את זה, תגיד את זה כבר, תגיד את זה, תגיד את זה, תגיד את זה כבר.
yesterday. All my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why she had to go, I don't know. She would say I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Yesterday love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe yesterday.
Yes,
This is
yesterday.
another piece. Of course. This is different.
Yeah, this
is
was
another project.
yeah,
I just say a few words. This is the other project was with one of the leading, let's say, larger Sinfonietta of Beersheba, which is a very well-known orchestra in Israel, and we did a project with a singer, which is one of the most renowned singer-songwriter in Israel, Alon Oleachik. By the way, a great jazz musician, is a bass player, is a graduate of Berkeley, and but he's very popular. And we did this with a jazz quintet and symphonic, let's say, large chamber orchestra or pseudo symphonic orchestra, and we did the Beatles. And by the way, we call it the hard jazz nights, like with K, kind of a paraphrase on the hard jazz nights, hard days nights. So it's hard jazz nights. That's what it is. And this is another project which was played in a tour in Israel.
Yesterday, all our troubles seem so far away before pandemics, right?
Yeah.
Catalin, how are you? Let's switch to our guest from Romania and from Holland. How are you, Catalin? How are you? Can you hear us?
I'm very fine. Thank you very much for this invitation to your coffee meeting. I'm actually drinking coffee, so
it's good.
It fits.
How was your 2020?
Well, like for everybody and for most of the musicians and artists in general, it was a challenging period. I could say also difficult, but I guess the obstacles are making us evolve somehow, or try to see the things in different perspective. So for me, initially, of course, it started like a confusion, like for everybody, because we don't know what's happening. I was also having some plans in the beginning of the year. I was planning to go to South America, to go back to Mexico, to Colombia, where I've been like 3 years before, and I connected there with some musicians. But I had to change my plans. And like Amicam, my departure was supposed to be in April, then it moved to August, then it moved to October, and now it's obvious that it's not going to happen this year. But for me as a musician, it was challenging to have more time for myself to write some music and to practice more and to try to connect with musicians in the conditions that we have today, you know, like with this online things going on. So basically I did like what you did. I did a show from my house every Sunday called Musical Snacks, where I was inviting friends from Bucharest to play with me and to improvise and to talk about music, talk about food, to kind of stay in this, let's say, relaxed, good vibe type of atmosphere. And I think we succeeded. We did like 20 editions so far. I had just very few concerts in some festivals this year before all the doors were closed. And that's about all. I'm also doing a new project now that is called Sonotera Ensemble. And it's not about jazz music, it's a different type of music. It's music destined to listening, to meditation, to a different way of approaching sound, let's say, not so structured and organized like jazz, but in a way where the sound gets a different sense, a different significance. Yes. So that's about it in short words.
Bravo, Catalin.
Sorry. Okay, now I think it's working. Tell us about your memories connected to your participation in Jaffa Jazz Festival, your memories about Israel 2 years ago, and then we will put also a video feature from your concert, which was in
Sure.
2018, right? How did you feel the vibe of the festival and the country? How you remember it?
It was a very beautiful experience. If met Amicam first, we met just through Skype, having long talks about what's going to happen. And this was already, I somehow didn't get the purpose of the festival from the beginning, but somehow meeting him and seeing him so dedicated and so concerned and focused about the energy of the people and the intention that every artist has in order to put this energy in the festival, because a gathering of artists is a tremendous bomb of energy. No, it's like when you have all these people that have dedication and they really love what they do, then you have this tremendous energy going on, and this gets spread to the audience also. So
yeah,
my first
I agree.
Amicam was
Amicam puts a lot of soul and love and dedication is his work, and I think Marius can agree with us as well. We all know him as a big soul and a big heart.
Yes, and the experience of reaching the festival and the people from the festival was very good, because I saw I saw people that are very dedicated to this, and I saw a very good organization. I was very happy with all the conditions. I made new friends. I played with amazing musicians, also from Israel, but also from other countries, from Brazil. Yes, it was amazing. I also got to visit a little bit the places around. And yes, I fell in love with this place. And yeah, hopefully I'm gonna come back there soon in a way. At the festival or in other conditions, I would really love to. So yes, congratulations, Amikam. I always remember this as a very, very beautiful and dear experience, dear memory to me. So congratulations, thank you for that.
We can see some photos from the festival in 2018. And I will also ask Andrea to share the musical feature. It was a musical feature intro promo for tribute to Pink Floyd concert.
This was the jam session, the jam session on the first day at the ambassadors, at the Swiss ambassadors residence.
Yeah,
but if I can add one thing, you know, one of my greatest pleasure, you know, there is a moment at the festival, not a moment, there is a kind of a concert, but it's not a concert, it's an organized jam session where we create duets, okay? We do duets, so all of the guests play, we choose, we just create duets. So it happened that Catalin and me, I don't know if you remember, we played duets together, a duet together. It was you and me playing two saxophones there. Remember this?
Yes.
And this is like the real thing, the real moment, or the real moment. I mean, no rehearsal, nothing. We just meet, play, you know, look at the eye, and feel each other. This is
well, actually, this is
so
how I met. This is how I met first time Marius, because I used to do a jam session in Bucharest, and he came there. It was 2015, something like this, 2016, and you came there with two Zaharescu and other musicians, and you played bass.
I don't remember that, sorry.
In this jam session, and this is where we played first time.
Okay.
So yes, jam session is the meeting point, is the cooking pot.
It is.
Bringing people together, right.
So Amicam is a kind of a matchmaker, which is a very, it's an ancient profession in Jewish tradition, but not necessarily in this way. Actually, when we prepared the video materials for this event, I was looking at the materials that Amicam sent about himself, and he didn't send anything that he is where he is the solo player. He sent fragments from concerts where he was the coordinator, or he was taking part. So I think you like more this role of pushing others in front and to be the, how to say, the guy who
he's too old he's too old for showing off.
You're wrong. You. I love
it's
playing.
It's a way of being.
But you know, I love playing. I mean, this is my main thing. I mean, if I have to, I'm a writer. I write, I arrange, I coordinate. I love doing it. But the basic and the main preference, love, dedication is to play. That's for me number one. But it happened that you got those videos, but I have others, you know. But it's not because I'm so Mama Teresa, you know. It's because
no. I meant you are the puppeteer. You like more to be the puppeteer.
You can be Mama Teresa.
Yes, maybe.
Marius.
Yes, Martin.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. România, bună seara. Asta prima, că toți am văzut un mesaj, de ce vorbesc în engleză? Ok, sorry, Amicam. Bună seara. L-avem pe Amicam. Ok.
Okay.
Bună seara. Mulțumesc pentru invitație. Thank you for the invitation. It's a great honor to be surrounded. I mean, you know, really great people like Amicam and Cătălin and you. And with Amicam, I have a great connection with Cătălin because I live where I live. The distance between us doesn't offer us the chance to see each other like often and talk, but he's a great artist and I admire Cătălin for what he's doing. And with you, I have also kind of close relationship, Martin, and thank you for the invitation. Now I'm listening to your...
Yeah, I told already in the beginning, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, that you participated last year, the last pre-pandemic year of the Jaffa Jazz Festival in 2019, in tour, Mission Cymbalom, and in the festival. And this title, Mission Cymbalom, is very symbolic for you, because I think you took it as a mission to spread, to show this very special instrument, which is the cymbalom, to everywhere in the world, and turn it into a jazz instrument, because it's not necessarily very familiar or very usual to have cymbalom in jazz. It's more an ethno instrument,
Yeah,
folklore instrument, but you took it and you took it in such heights that everybody know you as the missionary of the cymbalom.
Yeah, that's.
Tell us about your connection to the cymbalom, and then about your tour in Israel and your connection to Israel and the Jaffa festival.
I will make a long story short. Let's say when I came to the Netherlands, I was quite young. I was by this time 16 years old. And I had a great opportunity to go to study and to develop myself as a musician. And I had this chance to go, and actually I chose for vibraphone because it was very close to the cymbalom. And I did that only with one purpose. I love vibraphone. I will play perhaps when this chaos will be over. I will promote myself more and more on the vibraphone too. But the idea was to go and to meet people and to be surrounded by musicians with another way of thinking. Because I was coming from Romania. The cymbalom is, let's say, known as a folklore instrument. It's used by the Romanians, by the Gypsies, and so on. And it was hard to find someone, and nobody was better than me, to be honest. Who else to find to play the cymbalom here? Then I chose for the vibraphone, and my intention was to learn the language. And I'm in love with bebop, and I'm in love with all kind of music, but bebop is my favorite. And in the Netherlands, you have this possibility to really learn it well. And my intention was to learn on the vibraphone, then to study the piano and so on, and to put that knowledge on the cymbalom, because I had always that in my mind since I was a young boy. Listening to radio, the dog hates me, man. The dog. Okay, who dogs it? It's your dog, Katalin?
No, it's mine.
Okay. Okay. And
she wants to speak.
No problem.
Or to sing, maybe.
Then I finished my conservatory in the Netherlands, in The Hague. And all this time I was trying to show to musicians, to like close friends and teachers from this area, from this time. And I showed them, look, I can do that, and I can, and this was like kind of mission, and not really like proving myself, but was more like, man, it's possible to play all kind of music on, doesn't matter what instrument you play, and the style of the music it has not to be an impediment to your, to your, let's say, how do you call it?
You can turn everything into jazz, right? More or less.
Classical music, you cannot use like every instrument, like miscellaneous instruments in classical music. It sounds, it doesn't sound well, but in jazz, of course, you can use everything. And you don't have only jazz music, you have world music, which jazz belongs to, actually, to world music. And I don't like either the jazz word, because jazz it's actually improvisation, but they develop some languages, and this was my idea, to play bebop of the cymbalom, to introduce the cymbalom in the jazz world. And to be honest, I did it, because now it seems that many people are, embrace the instrument, and many people are like not only calling me or giving me a like, but they are calling me, and people like Joe Lovano, I play, because of this pandemic, it's not going to be, it's not going on, the project with Joe Lovano. It's a saxophone player from the States. But, this kind of people, they want to do like projects with me. I did with Arturo Sandoval and Mike Stern, and they really love the instrument. And I think I did my job well. And I have more, I will have more to say in the future, but the future doesn't exist anymore. We will see what happens tomorrow, but tomorrow can be in a few years.
Right. How was your year? Tell us about what you do now during this very strange times.
I will repeat what Katalin says, because we all are in the same situation and we all are busy with the same thing, like practicing, composing, inventing new ideas, new projects. The same like Katalin, I'm busy with like playing, using the cymbalom not only in jazz or using, let's say, world music, folk ingredients in the music. But now I'm looking to discover a new sound, and I found a new sound with other sticks, new melodies, new sticks for cymbalom. And it's this pandemic, it's not, I mean, this period of chaos is not an, let's say, negative, like totally negative. Of course, you are missing the first thing what we are missing, but nobody's talking about it. But the first thing what the musician and artist is missing, it's the money, which is that is the first problem, because we need money to survive. And then you have to figure out new ways of how to have income, how to make money, how to survive. I have 2 kids, I have, but I mean, we are doing well. We are all doing like working. My sons, they're working. They are, both of them, they are actually Berkeley students. And because of the pandemic, they are sitting here with me, but they are practicing a lot. We are, of course, we are in problems, but you have to take all the time the positive thing out of this problem. And the positive thing is that we are all together. I have more time for my family. I can talk to them, and we are talking not only about what are you eating, Papa, are you well, but we are, my sons are really great philosophers, and they like to talk about everything. And my wife is really kind, really nice. And now I have time really to develop with them also ideas for the future, because I never talk with my sons about what are we going to do in the future. Can we do a project together? Now we are talking about doing a project together, but I mean, in a few years from now. And, I turn everything into positive. And I go downstairs, and because I have my studio downstairs, and I go there and I practice. And I bought a trumpet just to try a few things for myself, because you stay focused. And, when you learn a new instrument, you don't have to think about other stuff, you are with the instrument because you have to see how it's working. But I mean, it's okay. We all are in the same situation. And I think other people are, worse worse situations than we are now. We are actually blessed. I'm living in the Netherlands. They support us with some, let's say they have some money for artists, and we can survive. We are doing okay. The only thing I'm missing is music, playing music with other people, because jazz is about, it's not about playing alone at home, it's always about playing with other people, interaction. It's about going with the flow. You cannot go with the flow by your own all the time. You need a bass player, you need a drummer. I mean, somebody have to give you this other ideas to go with the flow, because everybody inspires everybody. And that's what I'm missing. I'm missing playing a lot.
Let's hope this will come back soon after we have a vaccine or something like that. Tell us about your memories with connected to Israel and your tour and your participation to the festival.
Yeah, it sounds it sounds probably cliche if I will say I was in love with this beautiful person, Amicam. I was in love from the first moment, because he's really open. We share the same ideas, and he's telling me jokes, a lot of great jokes. We spend a great time together. But when it was about playing, that's what I like the most, because I saw somebody with the discipline, perseverance, and Marius, 9 o'clock, I'm coming to pick you up. He was there at 9 o'clock, or he was there 15 minutes earlier. and we go to eat, drink a coffee, we eat something, we smoke a cigarette. I mean, this, but in the same time, he's a criminal, because if you say yes to him, you know, he puts me in a project to play like 6 instruments in this project, and I didn't have time to drink a coffee, you know. And he was coming downstairs in the cafeteria, you know, that it was the same place where the festival was taking place. And he was still making Jos Marius, you have to go to run because you have another year. He saw me drinking the, you know, the coffee. Marius, you have to go to run. Okay, thank you. You know, man, I had a beautiful time. You know, Israeli people are so beautiful, and I love Israel. And I mean, Ronnie, our friend, the drummer, and the other guys, you know, I had a great time, and I thank you, Amikam, for everything. And honestly, it's man, I'm telling you, it's all from the heart. Believe me, it's all from the heart. You are something special, and to like bringing people together. You are like the priest of the jazz players, of the jazz musicians. Really, you are. I know I'm not talking about religion, but it's in a good way. You are like really a priest of the jazz musicians. You are bringing people together. And
a rabbi, not a priest.
A rabbi.
The same thing. Okay. For him, okay. He doesn't care. Okay. You know, it's like bringing people together, and the beautiful thing is that it brings people together, and then suddenly you start to have new friends, which is not, I mean, for some cases, it's like, okay, you go there, you say hello, you play, you say bye-bye, and that's it. But no, with Amikam, what happens, I have friends like, you know, Simone Zanchini, the accordion player, we are in touch, with Lupa, with the guitar player, this you know, great musicians. And you know that once you go to Italy or to Brazil, or it doesn't matter where, in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, you always have somebody to call or to write a message. And you know, you never know, because in the jazz music, what you need is contacts. And Amikam, it's a guy who brings people together, make the contacts. And great Amikam, love you, man.
So we all agree Amikam is the best.
Yeah,
let's listen musical feature from your concert in Israel 1 year ago. Yeah, we stopped here, but we will continue. We will end with the rest of this.
You see what
it was in Zichron Yaakov, right?
Zichronia, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what's the great the biggest or the greatest memory of this thing, that me and Marius, or Marius and me, depends how you look at it, we were carrying this gigantic 100 kilos Cymbalom. I mean, it was like, we were like, you know, slapping all over with this in the car and everything. This was hilarious, you know, it was carrying. Did you carry?
Yeah.
Catalin, I used to take Catalin now and have him carry this, man.
No, but
I mean, my car was...
This reminds me of a joke. Who knows to play the piano?
Are you there?
Me and me. Okay, so take the piano and take it to the 4th floor, right? Yeah, we carried this Cymbalom also in the Romanian Cultural Institute. If you remember when Marius played with Maya Morgenstern.
Exactly.
That was a really improvisative moment, but very... a great memory. So.
Andrea, thank you.
Catalin, did you have a chance to carry this Cymbalom?
No.
Well, never. No.
No, it's your turn. It's your turn. It's your turn now. It's your turn.
You have to carry only the saxophone, which is much lighter.
No, man, but it's really, we had a great time. And you see what I miss? I miss the stage, you know, and a musician, you know, I know a lot of artists who says, no, I feel okay before the concert, but I feel kind of like constructive stress, you know. Yeah, I mean, it's a natural thing for an artist. And this is what I miss the most, you know, like having a little thrill. Okay, we are starting to play. I miss that a lot. I miss the audience, and it's. I don't know when will it happen again, because I don't see really like in a month or two. It's a question of years, but it's okay. I don't want to discuss about this. Sorry, Martin. Sorry, guys.
Actually, what I was thinking just today, thinking about how we feel when we play, and what is the feeling to have an audience and to have a concert, even if it's a little jazz club or something like this, it doesn't matter. And sometimes I had the feeling that people don't value this experience enough. But now, we also as musicians, but also I'm sure that also the people who are used to come as audience, they are realizing the importance of what was happening before all this period, you know, like you had concerts, you had a lot of events, and a lot of people were treating them with indifference. No, I'm not going to go to this concert because I'm lazy, or I just want to stay on the couch. And, you know, we are very, we have a lot of commodities in our lives. But now I think in this period, we realized how important is this energy that we feed each other with when we play and when we have a concert.
I always had that. I always had that, to be honest. I never had a moment like, I'm doing this because, you know, okay, I took a gig, just do this gig and that's it. No, I always had that because, you know, this is, you know, this is, for me, music is my only God, what I have. This is the God that I pray to. This is my music. And I pray to music every day, because if you are not connected to the music, you cannot be inspired by it. It's, for me, music is kind of entity. But, you know, I agree with you. I agree with you because I know from the past also, I did some clubs also in Romania, and I saw only like, not only in the pandemic happens, but also, I mean, in the past, you know, before the pandemic, it's like you see 20 people, 30 people in the audience. And I didn't care, but now more and more, like you said, people are going to reflect on, or think about, you know, man, I had the chance to go there and I didn't do it. Why?
Yeah, but you know, I just want to say, I mean, I think that there are two things that people will never give up, probably: food and art, music. And that's it. I mean, it's a need. I mean, you cannot avoid food, and you cannot avoid, let's say, spiritual food. And I know people are waiting. I mean, both. I mean, audience and musicians are just waiting. And I mean, the moment it's open, I think it's going to be like a tsunami. I'm very optimistic about it, and I'm sure it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And well, I mean, this is it. I mean, we will play, definitely, and music will happen, alive and non-alive. And as Katalin, I think, said before, the good things that happen. Oh, you said it. I mean, the pandemic is like a catastrophe on one hand, but on the other hand, gives you a kind of you can lay back and think and be innovative and think about different variations and solution, and you can kind of make plans, even though we make plans according to what we know, and we know only what happened. We don't know what will happen, but we can make plans on tunes, on arrangements, on putting musicians together and play and make music. And I can't imagine that it will not happen. This is the optimistic thing. And we are fortunate to have music. That's it. I mean, this is the greatest thing on earth, to have it. That's my philosophy, if you'd like.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hope that it will happen at least outdoor. Outdoor events already started to happen in Israel, more or less. We had some participations with the Romanian Cultural Institute in the photo festival in Kikar HaMedina, and another one, Lama, the Loving Art, Making Art Festival, Street Art Festival.
Where's that?
This was on Rothschild Boulevard and around Rothschild Boulevard the last weekend. And the photo festival, the International Photo Festival, is still going on in Kikar HaMedina. You can visit until 21st of November. We have a very talented photographer, Petruț Călinescu, there. So let's hope also music events will go outdoor, and we can participate. And about what you said, I think you're very right. We don't value what we have until we don't lose it, and that's not only for music. That's true for our loved ones as well. We have here another member of the Amicam קימלמן fan club. Okay, fan club. Avi Magid.
Avi.
Wrote a comment on our Facebook page. Amicam קימלמן is my saxophone teacher, so he is your student.
He is my student.
Charming musician. Congratulations. And he has also a question for Marius Preda. Ați cântat și muzică folclorică cu țambal în stilul jazzului? So, did you sing folk music with a cymbalum orchestrated for jazz, right? That's the question.
I mean, I don't really understand the question really well, but I think what he's trying to say is that if I was using or like playing ethno jazz, we're using Romanian ingredients in the jazz music.
Yeah, that must be the question. Yes.
Of course, I did that, and I will not. I mean, I will keep doing that. And the nice. I mean, the beautiful thing is that now I know exactly what to use, how to use, and when to use, and to be really like, you know, sensitive ingredients that, I mean, Americans, people in jazz, they have a problem. They say, oh, I hear some sounds, you know, with Mike Stan, if you hear something, oh, this is Arabic, this is this, and, you know, and you have to be very careful because this is the, I mean, we are living in this kind of, in this world, and you have to be careful with that. But now more and more I know how to use, you know, like folk ingredients in the jazz and not to be like this, you know. I mean, I will not use I will not do that now, not anymore. I did that in the past. But I will use, how do you say, treapta cincea coborâtă? Doesn't matter. In English, trebuie să mă gândesc repede.
Don't. It's okay. I understand you.
Okay, thank you. But, you know, it's, of course I use, and this makes, I mean, also the instrument and myself special, you know. And Romania, I mean, the folk music in Romania, I mean, we have such a richness in the music, you know, and why not to use it? And if you listen to Chick Corea, he's losing a lot of Bartok, because I did some, you know, I was searching for what is Chick Corea doing and what he's copying. Yeah, it's really a lot of Bartok, and Bartok was inspired by the Romanian music. And you hear that, but they know exactly how to use the distance of the notes, because I have to talk now that, I mean, everybody has to understand the distance of the notes. You have to know how to use it, and then it will make sense and it will sound more like jazz than Romanian music. That's it.
We are heading to the end of this musical meeting online. We still have a question for Cătălin. Who are you making the healing meditative music project with? So, who are you working together in your healing music project?
It's a project that I started a few years ago, and in the beginning it had a different shape with different people, and I kept on developing this. And I tried to connect with many people also in Mexico or Colombia to make like medicine music with them. And here in Bucharest, this group has drums, Tavis Curtu, has bass, Florian Nicolau, has cello, where actually our cello, she's not sure if she's gonna join the project or not, because there are some things going on. There is violin and tabla, this Indian instrument. Avdut Kasinadu is his name, he's a very young guy. And there is handpan or hang drum, if you know.
I have this instrument, I have it.
You have it also, awesome. Yes, and this is Gabriel Balasha playing it.
Okay.
And the name of the project is Sonotera Ensemble, and the title of the concert is Saxophone Mantras. So basically it's a music that puts you in a trance and is like a repetitive music that I composed, and it's a project that I hope it will grow on and maybe have some recordings with it. Yes, thank you for the question.
Very interesting. Can it heal you from COVID-19?
Well, actually, that's a very good question. It doesn't heal you from this, but for sure, music is a medicine and is a form of energy that really uplifts your spirit and makes you stronger. When you are stronger mentally, and if your body is well fed also with good food, then your immune system and your power to fight against, let's say, viruses and things like this, it's much stronger. So I think music does this. If you really connect with the music, I do also like sound healing sessions one-to-one with people, and they kind of fall into a certain meditative state of mind. And when they go out of it, they feel like completely renewed, because music, it really feeds you. You can actually feel like you have a restart in your whole body and your whole system. So yes, this is the power.
Can you also meditate with a glass of palinka?
Well, actually, I'm not drinking alcohol, but yes, sometimes I think it's if you have it and if it's not followed by second, third glass, then it's okay.
No, I just make a joke, but really congratulations. It's a great, really beautiful way of thinking, you know? Yeah, and you're right.
I think also Cymbalum is a great instrument for this.
I actually have a song I will send you later after this conversation, and I made it for it's kind of Indian style. You'll see, you know, and it's also you know, this pandemic is turning us into you know, I mean, you have to in what you do. I mean, I'm trying to discover things, you know, and what I said to you is like with playing with sounds, and I discovered this, and it's so beautiful to enjoy just a few notes and another sound of the instrument, and not to be like thinking, man, this is my chorus and I have to kill now, you know, I have to kill the instrument. No, actually, I think that's why the pandemic is a good thing for everybody, because now we are really going into the music more like we did it before. Because now we are trying to really to enjoy the sound of the instrument, each instrument we play. And that's a good thing. And I hope it's kind of another dimension of thinking, you know?
Yes.
Human being.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Marius. Thank you very much,
thank you,
Catalin. Thank you, Amicam. I think it was a fabulous edition of our Romanian Cafe online. And we'll see each other, hopefully, physically as soon as possible. But until then, let's vaccinate ourselves with some jazz music. Andrea will put the second part of the concert of last year, Jazz Festival. Stay tuned. Thank you very much. Good evening to everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.